For a while now, I've been looking at nav systems as an alternative to my spectacular business cassette radio. Unfortunately, this upgrade comes at a steep cost, a cost that many are not willing to pay. So, what's the real alternative? Well, this ANYCAR device promises to allow mp3 play from a USB or SD card. It also promises to pair your phone via Bluetooth while allowing call pickup with the steering wheel controls. And it promises to achieve all of this and more using only your stock OEM radio. 1 minute fix here, today reviewing ANYCAR for the BMW e46. Out of the box we get a manual in English and German, a 3.5 jack microphone, a 3.5 jack wire mail on both ends, the ANYCAR module, and the BMW round pin cable adapters. If you're going to do it yourself, make sure that you have the time and all the proper tools. Because this system isn't supposed to fit anywhere in specific, there are several places it can be hidden. I opted to have it available on my glove box mainly because of the reset button. If I never have to reset it, I'll probably just hide the module behind the glove box and use an USB extension routed through the ashtray to plug in USB devices. The first thing I tested was the Phonecall Control on the steering wheel, and immediately got disappointed to find out the answer and reject call buttons were not working. But a quick look at the manual revealed the correct buttons for this operation are next for answering and previous for rejecting. Weird, I would have preferred the actual phone call buttons, but no biggie I guess. Maybe a tweak or an update in the firmware can in the future correct this. Still in the call department, whenever you receive a call, the music stops and the ringtone plays out of the car speakers. Tô.
Sim,
Estás-me a ouvir bem?
tô.
Pronto, está bem. Então até já. Ok Google, call Vanya Love.
Calling Vanya Love voice.
Tô. O Benfica já está a perder ou quê?
Não sei, nem quero saber.
Tá bem. The volume can then be adjusted through the steering wheel controls, and the call quality was excellent every single time. One thing to notice though, the caller ID will not be displayed. Moving on to the music. You can store it either on your USB stick or SD card up to 16 gigs. There are a variety of formats you can use, the most used ones anyway. But there is a catch though. If you're like me and like to have the media extremely well organized, well, you won't be satisfied to know that the storage media will emulate a BMW CD changer. Therefore, the audio files must be inside 6 specific folders, CD01 to CD06. Each folder can take up to 99 tracks and track order will be sorted by the date added. This mesh of tracks will either create a messy hell or it can limit you to 1 album per folder. That is, if you want to keep things cheaty. Jumping through CDs is easy, as all you need to do is select a number on the radio and it will map to the corresponding folder in your storage media. Skipping tracks and fast forwarding can either be done with these 2 buttons or once again with the steering wheel controls. Unfortunately, ID3 tags are not displayed. This means finding a specific track can be a daunting task. But not all is bad. In fact, I was baffled with the quality of the sound. Finally got some kick out of that bass, got the immersion of those highs in definition of the medium frequencies. But oh, bear in mind that for months straight my mp3s have been played through this 2004 iPod and this thing. It sounds like the 90s tapes, yeah, it really does. Apart from these features, you can also plug in an external audio source through the aux port, or even plug in your iPod, which ANYCAR specifically states control of the iPod is possible but not perfect. Something that I may try in another video. For now I can see some room for improvement, like changing call management to the appropriate buttons on the steering wheel, displaying caller ID on both call income and outcome, displaying the music files ID3 tags, and if I'm not asking too much already, figuring out a way to manage folders for a better organization. All in all, I'm pretty happy with this system. I get to keep the OEM radio with added functionality, and all this a little under 100 euros. Is it a fair price for the technology used? I don't think so. Would I buy it again and recommend it? Well, if you're on a budget or simply don't want to spend hundreds of euros on a nav system, and if you can live with the limitations mentioned throughout the video, then absolutely yes. After all, the OEM radio wasn't designed for such features in the first place, and I gotta say, ANYCAR does a pretty impressive job making all of this mp3 play and Bluetooth pairing possible. Guys, I'm here to answer any questions or respond to any suggestions you may have, so please do leave a comment down there, and thank you for watching. Cheers!